Hello and welcome to Book Club on the Go, the podcast where we explore one book at a time. Today we're diving into the book The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. I know the topic of money can be a bit dry and boring for some, but trust me, this book is anything but that. Housel takes a unique and interesting approach to understand the way we think and feel about money. He shares real-life stories and examples that help illustrate his points and make the book an enjoyable read. One of the key takeaways from the book is the idea that success in personal finance is not about how much money you make, but rather how you handle the money you have. Housel talks about how people with modest incomes can still end up wealthy, while those with high incomes can still end up broke. It's all about making smart decisions with the money you have and not constantly striving for more. Another important point the book makes is that the stock market is not a reliable indicator of the economy. Just because the stock market is doing well doesn't mean that everyone is financially secure. In fact, the stock market and the economy can often be at odds with each other. Housel also delves into the idea of mental accounting, which is the way we separate and categorize our money in our minds. For example, we might have one account for fun money and another for savings. This can be a helpful tool, but it can also lead to bad financial decisions if we're not careful. Housel talks about how people often focus too much on the short term when it comes to money. They worry about making ends meet this month or making a quick profit. But he argues that the most important financial decisions are the ones that have a long-term impact, such as saving for retirement or paying off debt. He also discusses how our perceptions of money and wealth can be distorted. For example, we might think that someone who makes $200,000 a year is wealthy, but they might be living paycheck to paycheck and have a lot of debt. On the other hand, someone who makes $50,000 a year might be living comfortably and saving for the future. Another important point the book makes is that we often overestimate our ability to predict the future. We think we know what the stock market or the economy will do, but in reality, no one can predict the future with certainty. This can lead to bad financial decisions, such as trying to time the market or investing in risky schemes. Housel also talks about the importance of understanding the true cost of things. We often focus on the price tag of something, but we don't consider the long-term costs, such as the cost of maintenance, insurance, or taxes. This can lead to making poor financial decisions, such as buying a house or car that is too expensive for our budget. The book also emphasizes the importance of having a sense of perspective when it comes to money. We often compare ourselves to others and focus on what we don't have rather than what we do have. But Housel argues that it's important to remember that most people have more than they think and that our lives are richer than we realize. The book is widely praised for its unique approach to understanding the psychology of money and its relatable examples and stories. It is not just a financial book, but a human psychology book as well. The book is well received by both finance experts and general readers. It is seen as a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their relationship with money and make better financial decisions. Overall, The Psychology of Money is a fantastic read that I highly recommend. It's not just about personal finance, but about understanding the way we think and feel about money. It's a great way to gain insight into your own relationship with money and make better financial decisions. That's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our discussion. Remember, this podcast is all about exploring one book at a time. If you want to dive deeper and gain a better understanding of the book, we recommend picking up a copy and reading it for yourself. Make sure to tune in next week when we'll be discussing another book. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast to help us reach more book lovers like you. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until next time, stay curious.